Hi everyone, this is super beginner tutorial to how to install V83 Maple server using Cosmic. It's from start to finish, from having nothing on your computer until you can see the login screen. Of course you will log in too and start playing with your character. So let's start. So this tutorial will be only for Windows, so you just need to follow my instructions. All the links will be provided. Start downloading Windows x64. Just download one of the links that you prefer. Start installing it. Basically, the server is running Java, and you need to have Java on your computer. The second, you need to install an IDE. Basically, this is the work environment that you can start debugging and coding and change the parameters of your code. IntelliJ, I believe, is the best for this. You have the community edition. If you will go to the link, scroll down to the black section, you can download IntelliJ, the community editions, the free edition. Now we need a place to store the data itself, basically all the user data, all the item data. Because if you will only install this, it won't be very interactive and it will be hard to understand. We're installing also the workbench itself is just adding an interface to you so you can start. So again, you go to this link, you can download whatever you feel comfortable with here, and you go to the workbench and just download the workbench itself. I'm recommending you to go to create an exclusion to your folder. So basically what you are doing is creating a new folder. I will call it dev maple, and you go to the Windows Defender and add an exclusion to it by clicking on virus and threat protection. Scroll down, manage settings, scroll all the way down, and then an exclusion. The reason that you want to add an exclusion basically is the Windows Defender thinks that the exe file is containing a malicious code after you manipulate it. So I'm recommending you adding the exclusion. You just add exclusion folder, and you go into the folder to create maple dev, select the folder. Now you don't have to do it to the entire folder. I'm just doing it because it's easier for me, because I'm usually forgetting something and I'm cloning the folders between other places, and I want to create backups, and after we'll go back, the Windows Defender removes it automatically. So this is just a small recommendation to create. We can start actually taking the server code and clone it to our machine. So if you haven't ever used GitHub or Git, you will have to install Git in your machine. Download Git. I will provide this link as well, and just install it on your machine. Basically, it's something that's called version control. You don't have to do it if you don't know currently, and I'm sure that you will have to encounter it in the future if you will want to go to any production or share it with friends, the code itself, etc. So let's not get worried about it. If you have any question, ask me and I will be happy to help. So you go to code and you copy the HTTP and just open your favorite terminal. I'm just right clicking on Windows terminal admin. You don't have to go to admin. Now I will go to the location of the folder and I will do git clone into here. So basically what I've done is I'm taking the server code and I'm just replicating it to my folder. Now let's go to our IDE. This is the window you will see. So what I will do, I will click open. Let's go to the maple dev maple, clicking on Cosmic and OK. Trust project. You just cloned it, trust project. So everything that I explained and most of the link will appear here, and you have a pretty good guide of what's going on here. To how to start. This is how I started. I really recommend you to go through it. Hi, future me. I forgot to mention that you need to set up your project structure. So you click on the main menu here, File, then Project Structure, and you're gonna choose the version that we download, 17 Oracle Open JDK version, and language level 8. Click Apply OK, or just click OK. Now we have the server installed. Let's put it aside for a couple of seconds and we'll start with the server itself. Now here we can write MySQL workbench and I have already this configured. So MySQL connection, I'm clicking the plus icon here. This is the name of the connection. Let's call it Cosmic, for example, Cosmic server. You keep it on started. You keep everything you want to host it in your local machine. This is the port. Don't changes, root. You don't have to add password. Don't have to do anything basically. Just click test connection. Okay. So because already created the connection with other servers, so I needed to enter a password. You surely don't need to add a password, but if you will just follow those steps, it will work. Click OK and you will see the Cosmic server open basically here. You double click it, continue anyway. Now we are inside the server. Now probably you won't have the word Cosmic here, you will have only like system here. Click on the SQL open. You will go to the place that you save the Cosmic server. Clicking on database, SQL, and now you need to execute those commands in order. The version that I work on, comments do not work, and this is how the error will look like. So to way to pass it, you just replace the comment with this line, set SQL underscore save underscore updates equals 0. You save it with Control S, then you can click run. After this will finish, you will see the loading will disappear here. You click open, go to the second file. Again, you're removing those two lines, pasting, saving, Thunder. Again, after the loading will disappear. Opening, third, open, remove. Now this file is optional, just run it anyway. Again, great. Fourth one, you don't have to remove it actually, I think. Yeah, you can just run it. So this one is just for creating an admin. Okay, great. After you will press refresh here, you will see all your tables. Basically, after you go to the tables, you see all the databases are stored here. If you go to accounts and you go to basically right click select rows limit, you will see the users that you have in your database. Basically, the only user here is admin. This is the peak. This is the pin. This is the peak. And if we will go to characters, you will see that we have one character basically, and his name is admin. You can see his gender, and of course you can change it whatever you want. You can add here, for example, 999 messes, and we can click apply and apply, finish. Now it's important to know that only when the user is logged out of the system you can change the row tables, because when a player playing the certain character that you're trying to change, the row table will be locked. So every change that you will create here, nothing will happen. Sometimes if you will play with this too much, the user will be you will be unable to log into the user, so you might need to revert your changes or just delete your user entirely. So we see here his GM6. It's basically the highest tier of GM character that you can get. We can continue. We're going to the YAML file. Basically, here are all the parameters that you can play here. XP rate, mess rate, drop rate. You can play with everything, and again, if something happens and you need to revert, you change the YAML file and you run the server again here. So this is the IP configuration. Basically, if you want to run it locally, because this is your home address basically, so you leave it like that. If you want to change it so it will be outputted outwards, you need to do a port forwarding, and maybe I will do a video for that in the future. Very dependent on the router that you are using. So we will leave it like that. So here we need to change the names here. So basically what we need to do, press Ctrl F and write db underscore pass. You will find this. This is my password that I set. You probably won't have any password, and you need to have the DB URL format to this exact one. You probably won't have the local host. I will send this string as well with the description or in the message, and just copy and paste it. This will fix some of the bugs. Just leave it like that. It won't hurt you in any way. So after everything here is set it up, make sure that you run the build. I'm not sure if it will help, but I'm doing it automatically anyway. And after that, you should go and install your client. So you go to the README file, you scroll a little bit to the bottom, and you click to the client file and general tools. You click this, and you should start downloading everything. So after we download everything, we're opening the folder for the location that we are downloaded it, and we start to extract the folders. So basically I will extract this one, extract this one. Okay, finished. We are going to the folder where we find the Maple Global v83 setup. Pops up, clicking agree. I'm changing the location to the location that we discussed. It's Maple dev Maple, install. It will take a few seconds. Great, complete. Clicking OK. We're going to where we save the game, MapleStory, and we start deleting HS Shield, deleting it, ASP Launcher, deleting it. We're deleting the MapleStory exe, and we are deleting the patcher. We're going to this file. We're gonna download it. We'll provide the link. After we will try to download it for the first time, it will fail. As you see here, it failed for me 3 times. You will go to the Windows Defender, go to Virus and Threat Protection, then you go to Protection History, you go to the Blocking Threats, and you will see here an error basically. So what I did is allow, and I downloaded it again, and it worked. After we download it, this is how it will look like. You can change it to whatever you want. So let's change it to our server name. Cool name server. Say it like that. We are copying it, the client. We're going to the client, and we're pasting it right here. Now, by default, it will point to the home address. So you don't need to do anything else. We're going back to downloads. Now, the other file that we unzipped is the Cosmic v1, and we need to copy all those files and pasting it in the client. And that's it, basically. We are going back to the IDE, to the Maple server, src main java net server, and we can do, instead of going all the way back all the time, you click on the modify run configurations and just click OK. Now it will appear here. Every time you will click play, it will start the server from here. If you click it out again, it will rerun the server. Important thing to know, every time you manipulate the code itself, you will have to build it. So how do you build it? You click on the main menu, you're going to build and build a project. It will take a second, and after that you can rerun it to have your changes. We can launch the game. So we're going back to our client in our Maple Dev. We are clicking the name of the server that we decided to have. We're clicking on more info, run anyway. Waiting for the animation to start. We are seeing the logo, the password is admin, the pin is 0000, and the pick is 6 times 0. Amazing, we can start playing the game. Now, if you command that you want to work at, and then you can type whatever you want, you can do unhide, and you will become visible to the game. You can do go to, and you will see all the places that you can go to. Okay, to find the list of the code, you go to this project, you're clicking double shift, you can search for file or everything. Basically, the name of the folder is commands executors, and you can find here all the code itself. I recommend you to just go through it. We have the same meso that we gave ourselves. We have 999 meso. We can go to the GM shop. It's a pretty cool one, and you can buy whatever you want. You have like the classic suitcase with billion damage, and basically you are now the GM of the server.